Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street, you turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great. And these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Listen to this contradiction.
February existing home sales down 7.1%.
American consumers, they have more cash on hand.
What a contradiction. Matter of fact, all the information you get from all the different financial programs, it's all contradiction. But here at Phil's Gang, I will tell you the truth. Join my gang, philsgang.com. You will enjoy it.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. It's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I'm going to tell you something about your 401k that you don't know. You know the 401k is a tax code? That's what it is. Here's how it worked. In the 80s, you had pension funds, but they decided to give their CEOs a benefit on top of the pension. It was called 401k. That was to shelter their income. That way they could keep the CEOs because it was very competitive. But when all the jobs were shipped overseas, they no longer could keep pension funds. Too expensive. So they shifted all their employees to a 401k, duping you thinking it was a good deal. But what they did is they charged hidden fees, which amount to about $250 billion a day, that they gave to lobbyists to go to Washington to make sure that this 401k would never be transparent. Here's what came of it.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
That's right. So join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your deal. You know how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Let me tell you what I think stock investors are queuing off of. I look at sensitive commodity prices. We're seeing increases in iron ore, in aluminum, in nickel. The agricultural sector is beginning to boom. These sensitive commodity prices, I think, are a signal to an increase in world demand.
That is ridiculous. Here we go again. Another educated nincompoop, Jeremy Siegel, college professor. These college professors are unbelievable. They're so stupid, they can't make it on the outside. Commodities are not going up. Okay? Let me tell you why they're going up. Okay? They're going up because the smart money is taking cover. The smart money knows the stock market is overvalued by 50%. The bubble that we have right now is bigger than 1929 bubble. The bubble we're having right now is bigger than the 70s bubble. The commodities go up because smart money, they know what's going on, and they're going, and just like 1929, they take cover. They take cover in commodities. They take cover in gold and so. Why do you think they're on such a run? They're exploding gold, and especially silver. Silver is exploding, going up even more than gold. And I predicted that when I had my gang members buy POS. And that was back in 2000 and I think that was around 2015. 2015. Our metals, and here's the cut. Here's the cut. Our metals are going to be the ones that are going to make. I think it's going to be our most profitable. Or I should say we're going to make most of our money this year for 2016. I think that gold is going to be really good, but I think this time it's going to be silver that's going to start leading the way. And I made that announcement with my gang members. It was at the end of it was December of 2015, just before we started the new year. And I said, well, where are we going to make our money this year? I said, going to make money in the metals, and especially gold, but I think silver. And everybody looked at me like I was nuts because Goldman Sachs telling everybody, stay away from metals, stay away from silver, stay away from silver. And I'm saying, well, I think the silver's going to do the best. So we bought silver. We bought POS. We bought and some other golds. And I'll go over this a little bit later. But this guy, Jeremy C., I love these professors, just like this dope here.
I think we've got broadening evidence that there's a pickup around the globe economically. Economic surprise indices are jumping in the emerging world. And
oh, my God, these people are unbelievable. Unbelievable. They just sit there and lie through their teeth. It's just incredible. The Federal Reserve. Remember they conducted a survey? And everybody on the board, the 13 members, were stunned. They were shocked that 47% of the respondents to their survey said they could not raise $400 if there was an emergency. They could. 47%. They could. They were stunned. They did it again. They couldn't believe it. I mean, it's just like here's the big problem. All these guys go to Harvard. Or Jerry Siegel, he's from Wharton, and they go and they get these educations, and they're already wealthy when they go there. Most of these kids are trust babies, and they have no sense of reality. So when they teach them at Harvard, when they become an economist, they teach them the wrong stuff. They'll teach them unemployment statistics and income differentials and data on net worth and all this crap. But none of these things really tell you what a person on Main Street is going through. They don't capture what's happening to the guy on Main Street and his family, trying to make a go of it week to week, paycheck to paycheck, expense to spend. There's no course to understand that. So these kids go to Harvard to become these economists. They'll study savings and debt, but they never study a simple concept. That people aren't making ends meet. They can't make ends meet. Or they wouldn't have enough money to pay for a $400 emergency. They never studied that. They never studied why. How's that possible? This was so strange to these kids who go to Harvard to become an economist. They never study stuff like that. See, they'll go to Harvard or Wharton, and there'll be some theory that people smooth their consumption over their lifetime. See? And offsetting the bad years with the good ones. Borrowing in the bad, saving in the good. Well, that's what my father did. He started Goldman Sachs, and my uncle started J.P. Morgan, and I'm a trust baby with about $200 million a year coming in. Isn't that how it works? How I always thought it worked. Life's beautiful. Life's beautiful. And that's what they do at Harvard. That's the theory. There's a smoothing mechanism for consumption over all these years, and offset by bad years and good years and borrowing and bad, saving the good. The Harvard boys never thought when people get some money, they're stunned to think when people get some money, a bonus, a tax refund, a small inheritance, they actually go out and spend it. The report, they were stunned to find that out. You go, oh my God. Oh my God. They actually, if they get a bonus, they go spend it on something? See, what these guys don't understand is they got everything. Everything was given to them. They got everything. They don't need anything. So they put it in the pile with the rest of their money. It's like, remember, every president that comes in, it was Bush and before Bush, the first thing they do, the first day they get in office, we're going to give everybody a stimulus. We're going to send everybody a check for $100 or $200 or $300, and this is going to get the economy really rolling. And what they don't get is, it doesn't help the economy. Why? Because the people who you send the checks to, the working poor, the middle class, they take that check and they pay back bills with it, you idiot. They pay their back rent, their back telephone bill, you dopes. They pay their credit cards, that's choking them. And the wealthy, they just take that 100 or 200 they get in the mail from the government and put it in a pile with the rest of the money because they don't need anything. We need people teaching at Harvard, the teachers of these economic courses at Harvard, be just regular people. These guys would learn more from a regular person on the street than these idiots like Siegel and the rest of these Paulson and the rest of these smart, educated nincompoops. They're so smart, they're stupid. See, these Harvard kids, I say they're trust babies. They don't get it. People don't have the money to save. They don't get a trust fund. And most people live paycheck to paycheck and are always living on the edge. You can't get that across to these people. And these are the people that end up in the White House. They end up in the White House. They end up making decisions. They never get that. What do you mean? You don't have enough money to live from week to week? I mean, you got to wait for your paycheck to go buy something? What are they, nuts? They don't get what it is to live in the back of a laundromat like I had to for years. When I got started. Are you kidding? I mean, it's stupid. They're just so stupid. We'll be right back. Why did I get onto that anyways? I don't get it. All right. Join the gang. Phil's gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Time is the one thing that we want more of as a St. Jude parent. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When they told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow, they pretty much have saved us.
They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With a false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Every month now, we get jobs. They give us the job numbers. We've been averaging, they tell us, 235,000 jobs a month. It's been a lie. That's a bogus number. The BLS, that counts the jobs, they use what they call the birth-death model system. What they do is they manipulate the jobs, so 40% of that number that you see is fake. That's right. If you take 235,000 jobs, the number really is 140,000. They bogus up about 95,000 jobs. But that's what goes on now on Wall Street. That's why you want to be a member of my gang, Phil's Gang, philsgang.com, because that way you get the truth. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to this contradiction.
February existing home sales down 7.1%.
American consumers, they have more cash on hand.
What a contradiction. Matter of fact, all the information you get from all the different financial programs, It's all contradiction. But here at Phil's Gang, I will tell you the truth. Join my gang, philsgang.com. You will enjoy it.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. It's 877-600-4264.
We're on our best 2-year job creation streak in 20 years.
What are you, nuts? Who'd believe that? Let me tell you the truth. First of all, the 292,000 jobs we got in December 2015, and they told us the unemployment rate is 5%. Not true. You can't trust these people on Wall Street. You can't trust the press. What they don't count is, in December, for example, the 615,000 discouraged workers. A discouraged worker is a person unemployed, gave up looking for work, but this administration does not count them as unemployed when calculating the 5% unemployment rate. Instead, they classify the discouraged as marginally attached to the labor force, but they're not considered part of the labor force or part of the unemployment. That's why you can't trust what they tell you. If we back into 625,000, the real unemployment rate is 12%, not 5%. That's why you got to join the truth and where we use charts. Join the gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
Consumers are really stretched in a lot of other ways. They've been paying higher rents, for example, higher healthcare costs, higher out-of-pocket medical expenses, those kind of things. But we're pretty comfortable that the consumer is still going to carry the day here. But I think the fundamentals of the consumer sector are still pretty sound.
There is a tremendous focus on the economic situation, and I think there's a great appreciation for how much Barack Obama has taken the country back from a near depression. I think most people can very much understand in all sorts of areas of life that something can have gotten dramatically better and still not be good enough. And I think in fairness, it's not like the Republican Congress just handed over and did whatever President Obama wanted.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Welcome back to Phil's Gang. It is unbelievable. Great job. Are you kidding? This country's earnings are declining. Our GDP, that every time you measure the amount of goods that we produce, we should be having a 3% every month GDP, 3.5%. It's pathetic. 1%, 1.25%. We've had revenues and earnings declines year over year. Durable goods, our business investment, just terrible, including the machinery and computers and IT equipment, and just I could go on and on. Are you kidding? Sales of aircraft has plunged. Existing home sales have plunged. We just got the report. Existing home sales plunged. Housing starts have plunged. Same-store sales has plunged. These are the new. This is on top of the numbers we had last week, where business sales have plunged, and truck and rail orders and have plunged, and wholesale inventory is ballooning. They can't sell it, and factory orders at a 10-year low. Manufacturing industrial production plunged to a 10-year low. We can't produce. When you can't produce, that's our standard of living. And that's why people can't pay $400 when they have an emergency. Are you kidding? Home ownership, the lowest in 64 years. Wages at an 18-year low. And they come on and they just tell you this stuff. See, here's what they want to do. Just like last week I told you. Nancy Pelosi came out and started to try to convince people, watch the stock market. Look at the stock market. Look at the great job Obama has done because you want to vote for Hillary Clinton because she's going to carry the baton and going to have the same policies.
The stock market's 10,000 points.
Oh, shut up. So so here's the thing. They are coming on every day now and trying to convince people, look at the stock market. And the stock market keeps going up and up, and it's a bigger and bigger and bigger bubble. And that's why we're going into commodities. That's why people are buying. I mean, think about this. I mean, silver is up 100% since we bought it. We bought POS back in December, and it's up 100%. And that's why you got to join the gang. I keep telling you every time I come on, join the gang, join the gang, join the gang. You can't follow. You got to stop following the crowd. You can't make money with a 401k. You're only going to make money in individual stocks. Why do you think you can't make money in a 401k? Because of the commissions are so high, the expenses are so high. And why do you think they market these things, millions and millions and millions? They don't want you buying individual stocks. See, the only way you can make money if you buy individual stocks, because you can short an individual stock. If the market's going to start collapsing, which is going to collapse, it's 50% overvalued, you want to buy an individual stock so you can short it. You want to short it. You can't do that in a 401k. You can't do that in a mutual fund. And that's why here at Phil's Gang, we train you. We train you with individual stocks or exchange traded funds that you can short. You have the same skill, and it's so easy and you can't beat our PT2. It tells you when to buy, when to sell. It's so simple. Pause. Example. We're up 100%. All you had to do was buy it when it was green, when it turned from red to green. Let's go to the Stock Corner.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
And Stock Corner is brought to you by Walter's book, Walter's Way. Wonderful book. Author, Walter Scheer. Tremendous man. He's just an iconic entrepreneur. I can't say enough about him. I mean, his achievements are incredible. This is an inspirational book. It's about overcoming adversity. I mean, it's just, he's an entrepreneur, just amazing. A founding board member, 5 multinational companies. One of the companies was called Visual Science. That's the company that gave you and me the fax machine. Visual Sciences. So I'm going to have you meet him. And we're going to, I'd say by next week, we'll have a place. We're going to set up a location that you can come out and we'll have a book signing. I want you to meet Walter. He's an incredible man. He's 92 years young. I mean, young. He's got more energy than I have. And the background he has and what he's accomplished, it's just incredible. I want you to meet him. I'm so proud of this guy, what he's done. It's just incredible what he's done. I mean, he's done in a lifetime what would take somebody else 10 lifetimes. And he's the most generous man you'll ever meet. He said that with this book, he said he wrote it, and then he's going to give the money to the Vera and Walter Scheer Family Foundation, and the other half to St. Jude. Unbelievable. Okay, listen. Everyone's going to be asking, can I get into gold right now? I miss silver. It's about, can I get into silver right now? Yes, but you got to know when to enter it. And that's why I'm reaching out to you, and I'm saying to you, look, join the gang. I'll guide you through it. It's simple. I'll let you know. Let me give you the number. 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. The economy, they're going to keep the stock market going up. They maybe try to keep the stock market going up right through the election to try to get her elected. And the more they keep doing that, you got to be in commodities. You got to be in commodities. You got to be in silver. You got to be in copper. You got to be in gold. Because their goal is to get her elected. And they want everybody to look at the stock market and say, oh, look how the economy, well, we better not change anything. Let's put Hillary in. That's why we're going to make so much more money in commodities than anything else. Join my gang, Phil's Gang. Call right now, 877-600-GANG. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Everybody was asking me, how did I know to short Ford when it was November? And it was when Aunt B was telling us everything was fine. Well, what people didn't know is Aunt B was lying to us. Because when she was raising the rates, machinery sales were down 5.6%, computers were down 8.7%, communication equipment sales down 21%. I took a look at our chart and I saw that institutions were pulling money out of Ford. So we said, let's short Ford. And we did that in November, on November 10th, because my charts told me there was a big sell signal and we took advantage of it. And you know that stock board has now dropped 17%. That's the return my gang has now, 17%. Don't follow any of the jibber jabber from CNBC or the Fed. Follow me, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Even if the federal funds rate were to return to near zero, the FOMC would still have considerable scope to provide additional accommodation.
Accommodation, what's that mean? It simply means printing money. What she's saying is the economy's terrible. We're going to claw back that 25% or 0.25% interest rate hike that we did in December. And I'm going to print a whole bunch of money so that we can give it to companies to buy their own shares back so they can boost the stock market higher. The problem with that money is 0%. That means that people lose their jobs. They go from full-time to part-time. From part-time, they go to poverty. That's the problem. We can't keep doing this. Here's the point. When the market is going up, it's always when the economy is bad. Join my gang, philsgang.com, so you can participate.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Every month now, we get jobs. They give us the job numbers. We've been averaging, they tell us, 235,000 jobs a month. It's been a lie. That's a bogus number. The BLS, that counts the jobs, they use what they call the birth-death model system. What they do is they manipulate the jobs, so 40% of that number that you see is fake. That's right. If you take 235,000 jobs, the number really is 140,000. They bogus up about 95,000 jobs. But that's what goes on now on Wall Street. That's why you want to be a member of my gang, Phil's Gang, philsgang.com, because that way you get the truth. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Let me ask you, could you use a little extra money? Well, of course you could. Everybody could use that extra revenue to pay the bills, pay down debt, or save for retirement. With philsgang.com, we help you make that extra income in the stock market. For over 15 years, Phil Grande and philsgang.com helps folks who are interested in learning short-term and long-term investing by providing professional-level charting skills and strategies. philsgang.com is your #1 source to learn, invest, and profit in the stock market. And you can do this for only $49.95 a month. With philsgang.com, you learn how to invest in the market. You get daily investment coaching guidance, and you will learn to invest and trade with the skills and confidence of the pros. Just log on and get daily investment instructions and make profits. Plus, all philsgang.com material is archived for your convenience. Go to philsgang.com to join or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Call today.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Every Friday, we're going to open up the lines. Why? Because I want you to participate in this program. I want you to participate in the stocks. If you have a stock, you don't have to be a gang member. If you have a stock, you want me to take a look at it, I'll put it on my PT2, and we'll check it out for you. Or if you have a comment on my commentary or if you have a comment on what's going on in the country or what's going on with our politics, I want to hear from you. That's this Friday. Every Friday, it's now open line. And it's going to be open line this Friday, so get ready with your questions. And it can be about the market, whatever you want to talk about. And hopefully I may get Walter on. I'd like to have him come on. By the way, this book, Walter's Way, it's an award-winning book, and it's got the best award you can possibly get for a business book. It's the Axiom Business Book Award that identifies that this is a prestigious book. It's the guidepost, this award. It's so critical. If you're going to have a business book, you're going to get it published, you're an author, get it published, you've got to get that award. And he's a first-time author. He got the Axiom Business Award, and it's just amazing. So now, I'm going to go back to something. Now, Jeremy Siegel said the reason why commodity prices are going up, he said, is because there's such demand around the world. There's no demand around the world. What are you talking about? We got $212 trillion in debt around the world. What's he, nuts? It has nothing to do with demand. And then he says, you better get in now before the next earnings. So let me see. So this genius, this Harvard-educated nincompoop, he's telling you to get in. He's telling you to get in after the stock is going up 100%. 100% he tells you to get in. But see, if you had the PT2, you would have got in when my gang members did. It turned from red to green. And that seems so simplistic, you don't think it works. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you. When I developed this, and I said to Marta, my wife, I said, how are we going to market this thing? When you tell them, it just goes from red to green, and then it goes from green to red, it works. They think it's a gimmick. And it's so great for somebody who's so busy. So let's do this. Here's the phone number, 877-600-GANG. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang. Show you how to use this PT2. And I'll tell you when to get in these again, okay? But wait a minute. What about oil? Oil is again, a lagger. Oil's a lagger. How about getting in the refiners? Those are lagging. There's big opportunity there, too. We got refiners are terrific. Remember the first refiner I told you everybody get into? It was MPC, and everybody thought I was nuts with that too. Or I'm sorry, MRO was the first one. MRO was the first one. And we did terrific with MRO. We did terrific with it. Nobody wanted it. So let me give you the number, 877-600-GANG. And all I can do is reach out to you and try to help you. I believe between now and November, they're going to continue trying to push this market up, and they're going to continue to stock buybacks, manipulate any way they can, so they can get Hillary elected on the basis of look where the economy is. You always look at the stock market. They're going to tell you that's the last thing you look at. It's financially manipulated. Now there's nothing wrong with that because look at the money we made on POS. Look at the money. Look, that's just POS. GDX 57%, AU 115%. And and here's the important, not how much we made. That's not the important thing. I'm not saying every one of my gang members make that. I'm saying we train them and teach them to identify when to execute. It's up to them when they get in. But if they executed when we told them to execute on POS, they'd be up 100%. Let's say they got in late. Say they're up 50%. Say they're up 25%. Let's say they're up 10%. Did someone call you? Did someone identify it for you? Did anybody identify POS? POS is now going up so much, it's bypassed the gold, for heaven's sakes. Now, I want to get back to, I'm running out of time. We've had some bad economic news. And now the market's up again today. Every time we get bad economic, the market keeps going up. That's okay. That's okay. So housing starts, same-store sales, I'm not going to go through them. But here, if the economy and the consumer is so strong, and this is what gets me. Here, listen again.
The U.S. economy is, 85% domestic, and most of that is consumer-driven. If you continue to have a strong consumer, you continue to have a strong U.S. economy.
Well, it's impossible to say there's a strong consumer out there with existing home sales going, housing starts going down, everything's going down. It's just a lie. It's just a total lie. Now, if the economy and the consumer is so strong and the unemployment rate is really 5%, then how can it be that there is 43,000 completed home foreclosures in 2015? That's a huge number. What do we know about home foreclosures? It's directly related to what? Wages and jobs. See, wages are at an 18-year low. How can they tell us that the real unemployment rate is 5% when we had 43,000 foreclosures in 2015? We're not talking 2008, 9, 10, 11. 2015 is supposed to be over. And if everything's so fine, then why are inventories so bloated? It's just amazing. The Federal Reserve continues this accommodating. Everything's accommodating. Give everybody money. Just keep shipping money. Not everybody. No, not us. Not Main Street. Just the banks. Just the banks. Give them money. Give the companies money so they can buy their own stock. And that's fine because we have the software. We have the software that identifies when companies buy money for zero interest and they buy all their stock back. Guess what? That's a beautiful thing. I don't sit there and judge it and say, oh, well, this stock's no good. It's up 50%. It shouldn't be up there because it was financially engineered. The Federal Reserve gave them all this money and they bought their own shares back. That's how it went up. It didn't go up on earnings, didn't go up on sales, didn't go up on margins. You think I'm going to say, no, we're not going to do that. I just found God. What are you, nuts? But here's the problem. By doing this, and they keep getting this market going higher and higher and higher and higher, it becomes so scary to everybody, okay, the big guys. And now what they did is they've gone to commodities. But here's what we're going to do. We went to commodities too, but we're going to do something better, even better. We went to commodities. We caught all these gains. And we know the stocks are overvalued by 50%. But our PT2 is going to turn red, and it's going to tell us when this market is ready to collapse. Commodities are overvalued. I mean, the stock market is overvalued by 40-50%. And that's what silver is telling you. And when silver's up 23% and gold's up 18%, it's telling you that the stock market is overvalued. That's what it's telling you. In 1929, like now, the stock market had an incredible bubble. Smart money moved from stocks to mining companies, like Homestake Mining. Homestake Mining stock in 1929 rose continuously from $80 in October 1929 to $495 per share in December 1935. 519% gain. I and my gang went in and we anticipated the same thing was going to happen. We're going to get a crash here in 2016 or 2017, the beginning. We went and I said, let's start buying it in December. We're up right now after 6 months. We did the same thing that smart money did in 1929. And up 6 months, we're up 54%, 128%. I told my gang members, POS is the one that's going to do it. It's going to outperform everything. And guess what? We just got to know they did. Today, the bubble is even worse than 1929. It really is because of quantitative easing and all this crap they do. But here's the other one. How about 1973 to 74? When the Dow and the S&P lost almost 50%, half their value. Guess what? Remember the high-flying technology stocks? They dropped 60%. But guess what gold was doing? And silver. Soaring. Up 260%. 260. So that's from 1973 to 74. So look what happened in 1929. It was up over 500%. And 1973-74, it was over 260%. And you're going to miss this? No, you're not, because you're going to be a gang member. That's what you're going to do. 877-600-GANG. Join right now. We'll be right back after this break. Remember, Walter's Way. Get that book.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? Been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, my name is Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I'm going to tell you something about your 401k that you don't know. You know the 401k is a tax code? That's what it is. Here's how it worked. In the 80s, you had pension funds, but they decided to give their CEOs a benefit on top of the pension. It was called 401k. That was to shelter their income. That way they could keep the CEOs because it was very competitive. But when all the jobs were shipped overseas, they no longer could keep pension funds. Too expensive. So they shifted all their employees to a 401k, duping you, thinking it was a good deal. But what they did is they charged hidden fees, which amount to about $250 billion a day, that they gave to lobbyists to go to Washington to make sure that this 401k would never be transparent. Here's what came of it.
Responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
That's right. So join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Time is the one thing that we want more of. Without the donors, I wouldn't have my Audrey. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran it 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grande at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, we come in the morning, we have what we call coffee talk, but we just don't sit around and throw the bull, or joke or laugh. Our coffee talk is serious. Every morning before you start out investing, we have an intense discussion on what is going on and where we should be investing, because it's all about not the money, but where you're putting that money. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and enjoy the best coffee in town.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
That's right. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Let's get you started. Tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up for you POS, where we made it on our homepage, my video, and show you how we were able to get 100% return on using the PT2. So you'll see it's truthful. Okay, now I'm not saying every gang member got 100%, because I don't know where every gang member gets in. But you'll see how we present the opportunity. It's up to the gang to pull the trigger. So, But it was, so I want you to see this. I really do. Okay, so I'll do that for you. And then I'm also going to give you my take on the market, so you know what to do. And that's what we do in the morning on Coffee Talk as part of our program. It's all part of the gang membership. And then a class from 9:30 to 11 o'clock live, where I'm in there actually doing the training of the stocks. And I mean, it's nobody does this. I mean, for $49.95, are you kidding me? And then I'm all day during the alerts. We have scheduled alerts, bring you update, but we also, I'm very sensitive to people who I know that are so busy they don't have time to do this, and are getting killed in mutual funds because they can't. Most mutual funds you can't buy individual stocks, and remember you can't buy the stock market. You got to buy individual stocks of the market. Yeah, we're going to maybe have a big rally between now and the election because they gotta get her elected. But here's what we're going against, and this is why it won't last. It can't sustain itself, and that's why more and more people are going to get into the commodities. Think about this. I told you I went back and I looked, and we're starting in 1929. I went back and I looked at how gold did. How gold did over time, starting with a crash in September 2001. That was September, October 2008, and again July, August 2011. What I found was that gold not only rallied during these crashes, but big time rally. Here's what's going on. Delusion. Wall Street's delusional. That's what makes this market so dangerous. Is their narrative. Over the weekend, ECB had Mario Draghi, that dope. He pronounced that there is no bubbles in sight. Are you kidding me? Monday morning, Pepsi, Morgan Stanley, they report disastrous results for first quarter. They should be going down. Instead, they shot up, and Pepsi hit an all-time new high. Nobody cares if they don't have any earnings. Give them money, buy their own stock, push their own stock up. But if you have the PT2 and it's green, you buy. You're not going to sit there and say, oh, I caught you. Look at this. You had lousy earnings. You lost money, but your stock's going up. You're doing a trick. I caught you. No, you get in and make money, but then make it on the way back down because this market is going to tank like a flying crowbar. March housing starts. Permits, everything all plunge. But here's what people don't. They come out and say how wonderful everything is.
There's no question the U.S. economy is doing quite well.
Oh, doing quite well. Yeah, really? Really? With defaults? So far this year, 46 companies have defaulted on their debt. The highest level since 2008. He calls it, everybody's doing good? And we had a New Jersey-based a specialty chemical company went under. We had an Ohio-based iron ore producer went under, Cliffs. Coal producer Peabody, Surfware, Pacific Sunware. They filed for bankruptcy. Are you kidding me? Their stocks dropped 97%. See, the reason for this collapse is oil prices. But you know what the real reason is? That's even worse than that, is the low oil prices, is Obama's new regulations. That's really the top reason. And then they turned around and he raised interest rates. Are you nuts? On these energy companies, they have to repay their debt. I mean, what a stupid thing to raise these short-term interest rates. And they also have all these new regulations. Defaults are brutal for stock investors if you're in these restructured company like BTU. Because your stock essentially becomes worthless. The bondholders come in and take it over. They're new owners of the company, bondholders. This is crazy. Look to how the stock market is doing. Look how the economy is doing. Just look at the stock market, they tell us. Are you nuts? Pelosi's crazy. Pelosi's crazy. So we'll just have to wait and see, okay? But in the meantime, I'm trying to reach out to you and help you. As the economy keeps getting worse and the more economic numbers that we get in, the more financial numbers we get that are terrible, the more the stock market's going to go up. That's right. The worse economic numbers we get, the more they're going to artificially and mechanically engineer the market to go up from here to the election. You can see it. I can see it. Before, I wasn't quite sure. Before. But now I'm almost 100% they're going to. So we're going to stay in there, our gang, and we're going to soak this dry. Soak it dry. And then we'll be in that position when the stock market, this market, I'm telling you, is going to correct 50, 60%. 50, 60%. And here's what's really funny. You get people like Kramer comes on, he says this. Listen to this.
Disney's got a lot more room to run. Makes sense to me. Disney's Bob Iger is a magician. And over time, he will make this stock levitate, especially since the company is such a great film studio. One that just blew out another record this weekend with the new Jungle Book remake.
Who cares about the Jungle Book remake? Who cares what the company does? Nobody cares anymore. They don't care. It's not connected to the stock price anymore. And so go look at Disney. Now let's go look at I'll put it up. So he tells you go buy it. Are you nuts? You should have bought the stock when we had a buy signal. We had a buy signal on our PT1 back in February. The price then was $88. Now he's telling you to buy it at 104 when it's already gone up 18%. And on our chart, it shows that the run is almost over. It's already up 80%. Now, as you buy stocks when it's when a stock starts going up, you want to get in when it's up about 30%. Okay, and then you know it's over when it hits 80%. A stock has four stages, and the easy money is between stage 2 and stage 3. Because stage 1 is where all the shorts stop and they turn and become buyers. Stage 2 is when the stock breaks out, starts out and gets above 30%, and all kinds of institutional money comes in. So that means between stage 2 and stage 3, if you have pullbacks, very rarely do they work. The market goes right back up. But when you start buying after stage 3, your risk is so huge, there's very little reward. And this is what we show you how to use on a chart. And then if you don't have time to learn it, then why don't you just go to my PT2 chart? That's all. But he tells you to buy Disney now? Here's another one he tells you. You nuts.
For Time Warner has surged up to a very impressive level and stayed there. After its recent run, the stock is now above all its moving averages. I think CEO Jeff Bewkes is a great American who has shown up the now pulverized Netflix with some excellent HBO growth.
Who cares? He tells you get in the wrong time. The stock goes from $65 up to $76. 65 to 76. And we had it went from $55 to $76. $55 to $76. It's gone up 38%. Now he tells you to buy? When we already had a run rate up to 80%, from 30 to 80%. It's like buying a ticket from Boston to New York. And you buy it when you're 1 mile from New York, and you still have to pay $500. Well, everybody else for $500 went from Boston to New York. Are you nuts? Join my gang, 877-600-GANG, and don't forget Walter's Way. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Great book. Join the gang. Learn how to invest properly.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.